What's going on, everybody? And thank you for tuning in to another edition of the ManUp Real Talk podcast. I am your host with the most, Mr. Michael Wiley, saying greetings and salutations to all of you, our faithful followers and listeners. We understand that, and we appreciate all the likes, the clicks, the shares, and the downloads, and whatever it is that you do to support this podcast because we know that had it not been for you, wouldn't be no us. So we thank you and we greatly appreciate it. Now, for those of you all that may be joining us for the first time, we want to say welcome. And for those that's coming back for a double dip, we say welcome back because your boys is back on the air with the Man Up Real Talk podcast, the podcast for the people. And joining me as always is my brother from another mother, Mr. Philip Hines, a.k.a. Mr. Classic, a.k.a. OG Triple, who is always and definitely in the building. What's going on, fam?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm chilling. Oh, that's why I couldn't hear you in the other ear because I don't have it in. Yeah, hold on a second. Let me dip off camera for a sec. There you go. That's how you know it's live. So what's good, man?
Chilling, man. That's about it.
I'm chilling. That's about it. Who you on talking to on the phone? What you doing? What you down there doing?
Now I got trying to get the podcast on my phone so I can see the comments. Then I got my tablet so I can bring up different. I'm bringing up that
Oh, you multitasking, huh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I see you. What's going on? Hello, Jennifer Gates. What's going on? God bless you. Thank you for joining. I see my wife is in the chat. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining. God bless you, darling. Look, if you anybody else is in the chat, if you're here and you're joining us for the show, won't you go ahead and chime in these comments so we can say what's up and give you a shout out. Big Sean Pritchard in the building. He on his way to rehearsal, but here for a minute. Hey man, I appreciate you stopping in, Mr. MP3.
I still can't see no doggone comments.
That's right, I got you. Don't worry
Who
about
you
it.
said in the building?
Oh, we got Sean, Jennifer Gates. The wife is in the building. Yeah, Jennifer Gates is on.
Hey sis, how you
Yeah,
doing?
T2 in the building. Terrence is up in here. Yeah, I see you, Terrence. We appreciate you. Mitzi Faye. Hey, Mitzi, I see you, girl. You thought I didn't see you, but I did. I see you. Appreciate all y'all for stopping in and popping in. Listen, we couple things. Listen, y'all already know. If you ain't already done it, need y'all to pop on over there to YouTube. Listen, it's gonna take 5 seconds. 5 seconds out your day, unless you got really slow internet. Just go ahead and go on over there to YouTube, like and subscribe, and click the little chime button so you can get them notifications for whenever we go live and do some other stuff on YouTube for any upcoming events and things of that nature. Y'all already know y'all can follow us on social media. If you haven't already, you can check us out and friend us and like us on Facebook at the Man Up Real Talk podcast page. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram. And I'm even thinking about making a TikTok account. I think we got one. I just haven't put anything on there because I have no idea what to do with TikTok. So
I'm not doing no TikTok with you.
You ain't got to do it. You know, it's all about marketing, man. It's all about getting it out there, Phil. It's all about growing and expanding, bro. You know why Blockbuster ain't here? Because they didn't want to change. That's all I'm saying. And now Netflix
Blockbuster not here because of Netflix.
Exactly. It's because they didn't want to change. Blockbuster said, oh man, people are gonna be renting videos forever. Netflix is like, nope, it's the way of the internet, son. You better grow or you're gonna go. Yeah. And that's exactly what happened. So yeah, man, go ahead and check us out on those on all your favorite social media formats and all of that good stuff. And like and share and friend and whatever else y'all do with that stuff. Y'all already know what it is. Listen, and if you didn't know, we got merch.
Yes, sir.
We got that young merch, son. We got t-shirts. You know how long it took us to get t-shirts? My goodness. But we finally got an online store that you can go to, and you can go to manuprealtalk.store. That is our new online store right there at the bottom. You can go ahead and hit us up, man. Look, we got t-shirts. We got cups, we got mugs, we got do we have the mask? I think we got some safety masks and all that stuff.
We got some face masks also.
Got some face masks. Look, man, the shirts is dope. I ain't even saying it because, you know, it's ours, but it's just some nice shirts, man. If you're a t-shirt guy like me, you'll appreciate them. They look good. T-shirt season is coming up. Go ahead and get you some Man Up merch so you can be out there, you can rap and look good at the same time. So that's going to be that. Listen, I want to dive right into this thing so we can get in and get out. You feel what I'm saying? Let me ask you a question. How you think Joe Biden is doing?
You asking me?
I'm asking you. I'm asking everybody. How do you all feel Joe Biden? Sean, if you need a shirt, man, I'm telling you, go ahead, man. Click that link, son. Or you probably can't click the link because it's in the banner. But you can definitely go ahead and check it out. ManUpRealTalk.store. We got some nice designs. And look, I update designs almost weekly. I got so many designs, I ain't even put half of them in the store yet because some of them just gonna be exclusive. Some of them's gonna be held back for giveaways. We're gonna start doing giveaways.
Don't worry about it. They gonna see them because I'm gonna start wearing them.
Yeah, we're gonna start.
I'm gonna start wearing some.
We're gonna start doing giveaways. Hey, take mama's on here. Takara, what's going on, darling? I appreciate you popping in. Yeah, that's all right. I didn't even see her right there. So excuse me if I didn't see you, but I appreciate you popping in. Yeah. Yeah, man. Check us out. It's some good stuff. Listen, if y'all buy a shirt, only thing I need y'all to do, I need you to take a picture with it on your social media account, tag us in it, so we can start posting the peoples in the t-shirts and everything.
Tag ManUp Real Talk. You take your picture.
Yeah, put hashtag ManUp Real Talk, and then you either tag me or tag Phil. And yeah, so we can make sure we get it posted. Hey, Karen, we appreciate you popping in. So look, back to my original question, though. I'm asking Phil and I'm asking you guys, how do you think Joe Biden has done so far? How do you think he's been doing?
Ask the people. I have no comment.
We are the people too, man.
Mike, he is making a big issue about getting over 1 million people vaccinated.
Okay.
You know, I really don't have a comment at this moment right now because I still need to see more.
Okay, that's fair.
More, and we need to really start working. We really need to start with this police reform thing. We really need to start with that. Really
I don't think that's so much on his level. A lot of that stuff is local.
It's local, but he can start speaking on it to try to get it in some of these senators and congressmen and state representative heads or something. I mean, I know he really can't do nothing, but he can start speaking on it more. You understand?
Yeah. Kevin said, he think he's been slacking in some areas. Now, what I am interested in knowing what areas you think he's slacking in, Kevin.
Yeah, what's up, my dude?
And then Sean said he's doing what he expected, just enough to get, just enough to get in. That always seems to be the route of your normal politicians, though, right? They do just enough to slide in there.
They tell you what you want to hear. They tell you what you want to hear when it's election time.
But are we being fair, though? I mean, how has it even been 100 days yet? Has it been 100 days?
It's been 100 days now. Gotta be 100 days.
Okay, but even in that, what are we expecting him to do in 100 days that some presidents didn't do in 4 years?
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's just what it comes down to when politicians expect them do things that's really not going to get done. You know, that's why I say I have no comment. I mean, I think he could do more. But he's making a big issue about this vaccination stuff. Okay, that's good and dandy, but
I think that's kind of
more than the vaccinations,
right? But I think I kind of understand why, because that's it's a big deal. It is a big deal. I'm not going to say that it's not a big deal, because if I said it's not a big deal, then the over 500,000 people that have died from this stuff, I'm sure that their families would probably beg to differ, right? And even I even lost a member of my family to COVID, so I kind of understand why he's making a big deal out of it. And then a lot of the inconveniences that a lot of us are facing is because of COVID, and people are just like, they don't want to wear a mask, they don't want to do this, they don't want to do that. But if you spend too much time on it, then it's like he's spending too much time on it. He's doing this, he's doing that. So it's kind of one of those situations where it's like, if he does it, great. If you don't do it, it's a problem. And it's just like, it's one of those catch-22s. Yeah. Kevin said police reform, plus Dr. Umar said he hasn't signed an executive order about black people. Now, that's a very good segue there, Kevin, because that's actually why I asked this question, because of that same video.
I watched the video at work today.
Now, what I want to do is play a portion of this video, and then I want you guys to listen to it, and I want you to comment on it and tell me what you think. Yeah, I tell you what. Let's just go ahead. Let's just go ahead and get into that real quick, and then let's run that, and then
I'm gonna mute myself, Mike.
Okay, that's cool. I wonder. Hold on. Did you hear any sound? Let me know if you heard any sound. Did you hear any sound, Phil?
I didn't hear nothing.
Okay, that's what I thought. Give me 1 second.
What's good, P? I don't like this camera on me. I really don't. I don't know why he put it on me. He would get us Farrakhan for president.
Yeah, I learned from mistakes last time. All right, give me 1 second. Because see, the last time I tried to share something, I forgot to click on the little thing that said share sound. It's little things like that. That's why I love live, man. You learn as you go. And look, y'all learning with me. It's a wonderful thing. It's so wonderful. I'm like the black Mr. Rogers up in this piece. But he was saying some stuff, man, and like Kevin was mentioning, he signed a lot of executive orders since he's been in office, but
he haven't signed any for us though.
It ain't been none for black people, man. And don't get me wrong, I get it. It's a lot of stuff that he came into office and he had to kind of deal with, but I sometimes still wonder. It's like,
but Mike, we got to stop using it as an excuse now.
That's true too.
It's to the point now where when is we going to get a politician that's going to actually listen to us and do something for us? It's like we the ones really, be honest, when you got up there and said you're not going to forget us.
Yeah.
So like I said, I mean, I have no comment because I need to see more. I do.
Okay, here we go. I think we're good now. Check it out.
I want to go to President Biden. President Biden, your first day of office, you signed an executive order to protect the life and safety of transgenders. I have no problem with that. But you did it on your first day. But he sat up here with you, Charlemagne, and told black people that if you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
He said
so if you went out of your way begging black people to vote for you, why haven't we got an executive order or any other activity coming out of the Oval Office from President Biden to protect black people from police? Look what he's doing with the anti-Asian hate. President Joe Biden signed an executive order that is exclusive to Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. I don't have a problem with that. But if you can protect the Asian American and Pacific Islander from violence, why can't you do the same thing for black people? They've been dealing with violence for 1 year as a result of COVID. That's what it's called, the COVID-19 hate crimes bill, to protect Asians as a result of discriminatory treatment that they've been dealing with for how long? 1 year. Black people have been catching hell for 400 years, and we have yet to get an executive order from Joe Biden to protect us from the police. So can I ask you a question? If the Senate was able to pass the anti-Asian hate crimes bill, Charlemagne and Indy, 96-1 with almost no opposition, why is it that the Emmett Till lynching bill still has not been approved? Why is it that there have been over 200 different anti-lynching bills introduced in the U.S. Congress? 200! And not one of them has been approved by the U.S. Congress yet. But the first ever Asian bill goes through on the first try.
Just saying. Just saying. Listen, I'm not one to normally roll with Dr. Umar on a lot of things because sometimes he's a little funny, and I don't necessarily agree with everything and all of his opinions. But I gotta be honest, man. You're making a lot of sense with this one. And I don't think it's necessarily Joe Biden. I think it's just the government as a whole. I, when you look at most of the people that's in Congress and in the Senate and the House and all that stuff, most of those people were born during the time of segregation. Most of those people probably had grandparents or great grandparents that owned slaves. And I don't know why we're expecting people who has been around for over 60 years to be able to understand the plight of people today. Why are these people still making laws? Why? And you have all these bills, like you said, have been over 200 or so bills that's been introduced, and none of them have been passed. None of them.
But Mike, that's why I said a couple podcasts ago, nothing's going to change for us until there's a complete, true overhaul of Washington, D.C. Because you have these folks that be sitting in these seats for 30 and 40 years.
Man,
really don't care. We have to get fresh blood in them seats, and like our generation and generation behind us, they understand the plight of Black people.
Right.
Like you said, you got these folks that probably had slaves themselves. I mean, I'm joking, but it's
that's real talk. I'm almost certain Grandpa owned a couple of slaves,
and that's why I said, I mean, I need to see more from Biden. But let's be honest about it. Our plight is not going to change because we have the same people that's been making the laws for the past 30 and 40 years. And until Washington, D.C. is overhauled with fresh blood, nothing's going to change for us.
And Kel, I 100% agree. It's just like she said, we can't forget Joe Biden has a history of voting against bills for Blacks while he was in the Senate, which he does. Kevin said you just can't get rid of that white power, but they know it's coming.
Yeah.
He said if it has anything to do with Black people getting lifted, it won't happen.
Exactly.
And you know what?
The
sad part is that it sometimes feel that way, man. It really does. It really does feel
that way because this situation we're put in, man. Laws for us are never going to get put in play because of the people that's making the laws. And until we understand that, we're going to continue to question ourselves why we don't ever get nothing. Because the people that's sitting there making the laws really can care less about the plight of Black people.
So then what do we do? What is it for us to do? Because the way it sounds, it almost sounds like a lost cause. I'm just naive enough to believe that it's not a lost cause.
Mike, it's not a lost cause. That's when it goes back to the local. See, like I said, when I said last election, everybody was so stuck on Biden and Trump. Bump them. We have to start taking our local elections in our own states and cities serious. You have to start taking those. You just not just the mayor or the governor, those congressmen, those state representatives, those house of the people that go to the house, the judges. We got to start taking those people, those candidates more serious to get the right people in there. So we can sit back and say what Biden is doing, what he's not doing. But when it comes back down to it, Mike, it goes back to your local elections. Because those are the people that we're sending to Washington, D.C. And if we keep sending the same man to Washington, D.C. for the past 20 and 30 years, nothing is going to change. We got to get some new blood in there. We have to.
I agree. Look, Kevin, I'm 100% with you on this.
Kevin, that's why I said new blood. We need new blood in there.
I've said this on numerous occasions. The changes that need to happen is not going to happen with us, right? Because a lot of us are kind of, if we're going to be honest.
You know what, Mike? Some of us, some of us of us in our 40s and 50s that came up at a certain time, we get it, as far as Black and white folks.
Well, no, I know what I'm saying is that
you're right about generations behind us.
Right,
they get it more.
But what I'm saying is that a lot of us, a lot of us, we're kind of, locked in our ways, right? There's just some things that no matter, it's just some things that we don't want to change. Just if we just gonna be honest, and it's some of us that just believe that white people are evil and that they don't mean us well, and they ain't trying to do nothing. They got nothing to do with white people. It's just it is what it is. You have a lot of us that believe that. A lot of us our age believe that. And so I think in regards to yeah, exactly, Kevin, we're set in our ways. And so I think a lot of the change that has to happen and that will happen is going to happen with this generation that's coming up, because you know why? They're not afraid to have these conversations, right? The conversations that need to happen is not going to be had by us, because most of us don't want to talk about it. Because a lot of us already think, oh, well, you ain't gonna do nothing about it, no way. Oh, well, white people gonna always be in power, or this, that, and the other. It's just we're just not gonna bother with it, But on the flip side of that coin, we got a lot of promising young people that's coming up after us, and what we have to be careful with, tainting their point of view of the world. Because if you think about it, that's where a lot of hate and discrimination come from. People aren't born hating people. They've done this experiment so many times. You put babies of different colors in the room, and babies is going to play with each other. They're not thinking, oh, that's a Chinese baby over there, or that's a Mexican baby, or that's a white baby. I'm not going to play with them. They just play because they haven't been taught the difference. They haven't been taught, this race is inferior, or this race is this, or this race is that. So we have to be careful with how we even project our own biases to our kids and to those young people that's coming up under us, because we don't want to taint their point of view. Now, they're probably going to experience some things because, like, even right now, you got a lot of young black men that's experiencing things. They see the stuff that's going on in the news with the police and the killings and stuff. They see how a lot of us are killed when a lot of white boys have been brought in safe and sound and treated to lunch and everything else. So they already have those things that they see. But we have to be careful and make sure that we don't taint them to the point where it's just like this stuff that's going on now is just going to continue to go on. Because then if that's the case, then it really is a lost cause. You know what I'm saying? So and like you said, it's not, but we gotta make sure that it's not by making sure that we let the young people know, look, man, y'all can really bring about this change. Kevin says, when you say come up hating, that would resonate with the white race. Blacks don't raise their children to hate. Not as much, but I know some people that I could actually argue that statement with.
Man. But let's be honest, Mike. Let's be real. A lot of us came up, man, a certain way.
Yeah.
A lot of us was raised not to trust white folks.
Yep.
For certain reasons. I mean, don't get me wrong. White folks that gave us a lot of good reasons not to trust them.
Absolute.
So, but this generation behind us, they see the world totally different.
And it's crazy, man.
But that's a good thing, though, Mike.
No, it's a good thing, but it's just so it's like how it's just always amazed me, like how easy they, how what I'm saying? It's just
because they're growing up with you. Mike, you have two examples with your son.
Yeah.
Your sons didn't go to predominantly black schools.
They went to their school was probably, I want to say 70%. They were 70% Mexican. They went 70% Mexican, 20% black, and 25% black and probably 5% white.
But see, you gotta remember the way we was raised up. A lot of us raised up in predominantly black neighborhoods.
Absolutely.
A lot of us went to school with none but black kids.
That's all we knew.
A lot of folks to this day still work with none but black folks.
None but black folks.
But the generation behind us, they're growing up together.
Yeah.
So they learn how to understand how each other races are, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
I
agree.
That's why I say we have to get some fresh blood in DC, because we sitting there waiting on Joe Biden. We can wait on whoever. Nothing's going to change because Joe Biden's the president, but whatever he's saying, It still got to go through the House, got to go through the Senate. And guess who's sitting in them seats?
Old white people. Old. What? How old is Mitch McConnell?
Especially when you get to them old white Southern congressmen and senators. Come on, man. You already know their mentality.
Mitch McConnell is like what, in his 80s?
Hey.
Come on, man. You know
he drunk. But they keep voting them in.
They keep voting him in. You know he drunk out of the whites only water fountain when he was coming up. I'm just saying. You know, so yeah, exactly. Kevin said he dirt old. He pretty much up there.
Yeah, Kevin, old. You know how we grew up, man. My daddy always said you can't trust no white man.
He is old, bro. So, you know, we can't expect old people. Well, I shouldn't say old people, but we can't expect people with an old mentality to do new things.
Exactly. Because they're not going to change. Just like I said, you get set in your ways, you see the world through a tunnel vision. The way you're seeing it.
Tunnel vision, bro. I mean, it's like, look, here's my thing. If you want to change the world, you got to do things and make a change. What they say the definition of insanity is continue to do the same things and expect different results.
Yeah.
So we got to do different. Speaking of doing differently and you know, being raised in a Mel said, this is why. He ain't that old, Mel.
Cuz said he bullied Jesus.
He didn't bully Jesus. Can you imagine that? I dare you to swim, Jesus. And he just standing on the water. Nope. I ain't gonna do it. And he like, swim.
Mike, you silly.
I ain't doing it.
I'm not messing with you, man. I'm not messing with you, Mike.
I'm just saying, man, we got these people that's been in office literally. They used to go to the restaurants where it was whites only. I'm telling you.
But you know, it go both ways because you still got a lot of older black folks that remember that stuff.
I know. So but ain't nothing of them in office.
Not them crackers. I don't trust them crackers.
I ain't working with them crackers.
That's my old man said. He said, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You tread light when you're around them.
As my dad used to say, them old blue-eyed devils.
Yeah.
It's like, what? All right, Dad. Sorry. Didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
But to everybody, let's be honest. We can sit around and say we waiting on Biden to do this and do that, but I'm going to be honest. I'm going to have a real moment. You can
have a real moment? Hold on. Let me give you a close-up so you can have a real moment. Real moment time.
Biden ain't going to do nothing for us, y'all. Even if he want to.
Oh, Jesus.
It's not.
You just messed up your moment. You just messed up the moment, Phil.
No, I didn't. That's a real. That's being honest, Mike.
Wait, what did you say?
Be honest about this, man.
All right, say it again.
Biden ain't gonna do nothing for us. Don't get your hopes up high, people. It's gonna be another 4 years, and black folks gonna get right back on the back of the bus again, like we always do. The reason why, and I'm not blaming Biden,
right? And I was just about to ask you,
blame the people that he have to get stuff passed through, man. The folks not gonna pass nothing for us, man.
Not only that, if he don't do anything for us, you know who else we gotta blame? Us.
Yep.
Because remember, when he got in the office and he made that speech, what did he say? He said, and to all African Americans in my community, he said, I promise you.
I'll never forget you.
I'll never forget you. I want to know, how are we going to hold him accountable for that promise?
We can't.
How many people are saying, hold on, Joe. Look here, dog. Look.
Let's be real, Mike. Come on, Mike. Be honest.
Listen, now I appreciate them Biden bucks that you sent out. You know, they came in real handy. I got caught up on some bills and the phone calls and stopped for a while. But you promised that you was going to do something substantial.
No, man. He stimmied you, Mike.
No, that ain't substantial.
He stimmied you. He's
$1,400. Come on, man.
He stimmied. I said that when we was talking about Obama. I said Biden gonna give folks that stimulus check, and everybody gonna just forget about everything.
I can't forget.
Stimulus checks was good. But
I'm about to say, don't front like you wasn't happy when you got it.
Stimmy check came in handy.
Ooh.
But what I'm saying is, let's stop getting our hopes up high, black people. Because until we get fresh blood, nothing's going to change for us.
Right. Now, Brandon got a good point. He said at least he is starting the conversation and not disregarding us. And I'll give him that. There's because I look at I have to be optimistic. And that's that, and I think that's
everybody starts the conversation.
Right. And a lot of people start the conversation, but what I say to us is that we have to make sure that we hold these politicians' feet to the fire.
Mm-hmm.
We can't just vote them in and say, hey, you in, all right now. I'm expecting you to do something. I'm going to check back in 4 years to see if you've done it. No.
But Mike, you know what? Let's be honest. We did a whole podcast on this. The reason why Biden in there because folks was ready for Trump to leave.
I get it.
I must admit, I was one of them.
All of us was ready for Trump. Look.
I was one of them.
If we're going to be real honest, I mean like real honest, most of us only voted for Obama because he was black.
Yeah, you got a valid point.
That
first half of show.
Look.
If anybody said they voted for Obama in his first round, if you gonna be black, you're lying.
I challenge you right now. I challenge you to tell me what his policies was when he first ran, because I don't remember. As a matter of fact, I didn't even care.
You're lying.
I was like, what?
Lying. If you voted for Obama because you like the man that just went to the U.S. Senate for the first time when he ran. Don't get me wrong, Obama had like the little job programs over in the garden and stuff back in the days, back in the late 80s and all that, and then all that. But a lot of people really picked up on Obama when he did that speech at the 2004 Democratic convention. That's when everybody picked up on him. I remember Obama, him and Michelle used to shop at that co-op over there in Hyde Park. When them two little girls was bad as all outdoors, they used to chase them around the store.
You knew a lot of people. You knew Kanye before he was crazy.
Yeah, I'm from Chicago. I get outside, Mike. I'm sorry. I was outside.
You knew Barack before he was in.
I didn't know
Barack.
I didn't see Barack at the co-op. Barack shopped at that co-op. Him and Michelle.
A lot of people shopped at the co-op. I ain't taking nothing off you. I voted for Obama because he was black.
Yeah, I did too.
I didn't vote for him because he shopped at the co-op or because he sold me a CD. I voted for him because he was black. That's the only reason why.
Oh man, come on! You would be lying. You said you voted for him on that. Now I'm saying the first term.
First term.
On that first term, anybody black that voted for Obama voted for that man because he was black. And don't get me wrong, I still say some probably saw a change.
No, it was because he was black. He was from Chicago and a Bears fan.
And a Bulls fan.
Brandon said it was for the culture. I keep telling people.
It was for the culture, Brandon. You right.
Man, look.
He shot ball. He hooped. I mean, come on, man. You couldn't. Hey, he was a brother.
You had to vote for him.
But let me tell y'all something. I remember when y'all was calling Obama a coon when he was going up against Bobby Rush.
I didn't say that.
I remember that. I remember when y'all was saying Obama wasn't black enough when he was running against Bobby Rush.
I didn't say that.
I remember that.
That's because, Rush was with the Panthers. And
I remember that. No, I'm just saying. People, I remember when he was going up against Bobby Rush and everybody was calling him a coon and saying he wasn't black enough and all that stuff. I remember that.
I didn't say it. I thought it, but I didn't say it. But it didn't matter. It was a black man running for the presidency. Now, the thing is, though, a lot of us is mad at Obama. But the whole reason why I brought this point up is because a lot of us was mad at Obama because we say...
He do retired, Kevin. Yes, he do.
Because we said that he didn't do anything for black people. And you know why he didn't do anything for black people? Because black people didn't hold him accountable.
No.
And hold on, let me finish. We didn't hold him accountable because there were a lot of things that he did for other demographic groups. It's true. I mean, you can't deny that he didn't. But the thing is that what we messed up is we voted him in, and then we said, "Oh, Obama in there, we good. He gonna take care of us." Not understanding that he couldn't just say, "Well, let me do all this stuff for black people," because he wouldn't have lasted that long. But there were some things that we should have held him accountable for. There were some things that he should have done. There are some things that he could have done, just like Joe Biden. There are some things that I'm hoping he will do. Now, I'm going to get...
He won't have like Jesse was saying.
I got to keep hope. Look, just like they held Jesse up when he was on the
Mike,
mic.
We're not going to start that, Mike.
I'm just saying.
We didn't know that last week.
I'm just saying.
Don't start.
Keep hope alive.
Don't start, Mike.
Jesse was leaning on the mic like this. Keep hope alive. I'm like, are they holding Jesse up? What's
really, Brandon, you're right.
What's really going on?
You see that backup vote for Congress and Senate. You're right about that.
Yeah. No, that's true.
He absolutely right about that.
Hey, look, Kevin, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt it because I know that they fought him tooth and nail. Listen, Mitch McConnell went on TV and said that he was going to veto everything that man tried to put through.
That man said, my job is to make Obama the worst president ever.
He said it.
So I'm an Obama lover. So don't get me wrong.
I know.
I'm an Obama lover. So
all I'm saying is in regards to any politician, and that's whether we're voting local or on a federal level, we have to have, and this goes back to having a black agenda. There is some type of point system or checklist that we as a people have to have for the people that's running for office, and we say, hey, sir, ma'am, you have to check off at least so many boxes before we can vote for you. And then if they do, we have to hold them accountable for the things that they said that they were going to do for us.
Well, Mike, because that sounds easier than
No. I know it sounds easy, but I'm just saying. But we have a history of not doing it. Other demographics and other demographic groups, they do that stuff, man. I'm telling you, they do. Yeah, all I'm saying is that but there has to be my only thing is that a lot of times we don't know what we want. So because we don't know exactly what we want, how do we expect the people that's in office that's serving us to give us what it is that we want? This is why we need a black agenda. This is why we need a point system. This is what you have to do for us, sir. This is what we demand of you as a public servant. This is what we want. Otherwise, we ain't voting for you next time.
But you know what's so sad about it, Mike? Us. We are so divided as a race. I keep saying it. I don't believe in black unity because it's too many different types of black people in our race. We're never going to agree on anything. Just like the doggone, just like what happened last week.
Don't have me to lean on the mic like Jesse did.
Come on, Mike. Don't stop that, Mike. Stop it. We're not going to do that to Jesse this week. But what I'm saying is, Mike, just like last week, we can't agree on nothing. Half of us going to think this way, other half going to think that way. Nothing wrong with that. But how are we going to ever get unified to even have a black agenda when everybody is not going to agree on everything because we have too many different type of black folks in our race?
Dude, we have to do it old school, majority rules. I mean, if you got 12 people voting, it's just like if you riding with your boys and it's like 4-5 of y'all. 5 of y'all want McDonald's and the one nigga in the back want Arby's. Where y'all going? You ain't going to Arby's. You understand what I'm saying?
Some of the horrible sandwiches I ever tasted.
All I'm saying is, like, sometimes, man, it's just majority rules. I get it. It's a lot of us that, it's a lot of opposition amongst ourselves, but we have to eventually come together some kind of way and say, listen, as a majority, even though I know y'all niggas in the back may not agree with it and some of y'all over here on the side don't, the majority of us agree that this is the best thing for us. And then we go forward with that. But if we never go into the room and say, hey, this is a good idea, It'll never work.
We seriously got to get unified as a people, and the first thing we're gonna need to do is we got to tackle a lot of issues that we have amongst us.
Absolutely.
And a lot of us don't want to tackle those issues.
Nah, we don't. We suck with that. We got to get better with that. So it's all about unity, man. I want Biden to do well. I hope he keeps his promise. But on the flip side of that coin, I want us to make sure that we hold him accountable as much as possible, or the people that's in position, the people that we get to speak up for us. Because I'm not saying that you call Biden and be like, Joe, man, remember you said this? Because we can't do that. We know. But we can definitely talk to those people who we supposedly voted in to be our voice and say, hey, Joe's not doing what he said he's supposed to do. You need to holler at my man.
Yeah, that's what. But you might not be able to talk to Joe, but you can call your state representatives.
Absolutely.
You can call your state senators.
Absolutely.
You can do stuff like that. You can actually call them. You can call those.
So that's the thing.
And let's you know what? We going too far. Bump DC. Start bothering these folks in downstate Illinois. That's what you start with.
I got one even better.
Illinois.
I got one even better. Where's your alderman, Phil?
It ain't election time no more. Come on, man.
That's all I'm saying.
Outside, they'll come around throw a barbecue.
That's all I'm saying.
Outside, they'll come around throw a barbecue for the black folks and make everybody
right.
Throw a hot dog in a rib and make
throw a couple of hot dogs in a flyer somewhere. So yeah.
But you gotta see. But that's what I'm saying. We really have to just honestly be honest about and just see if what it is, y'all. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Until that get overhauled and downstate get overhauled,
yeah,
we're gonna catch a bad break, man.
We're gonna catch it, man. So look, I just say remain. I'm going to remain hopeful, and I'm just going to believe that that he do right by us, and and if we don't, then we just vote him out. We just vote him out in the next 4 years. That's all.
We are separated by greed and jealousy. We are.
Kevin said his alderman is hiding from the feds. What?
Yeah. I think me and you got the same alderman, Kevin.
Yeah, y'all might have the same alderman. Oh my goodness. All right, so look, moving on, man. Let me ask you dads this. I was on Twitter, as I often am, arguing with people. I know
you gotta get your behind on Twitter, man.
It's terrible, man.
Okay? Can I ask you a question? Do you go with your name or ManUp? Mike, don't say ManUp, Mike.
Anyway, I'm on Twitter as I always am, and just having a heated discussion with some folks. And I came across this thing about my boy Chad Ochocinco.
Ocho,
the one who thought that Ochocinco was actually 85 in Spanish, but it's not. But who had the heart to tell him? Anyway, Chad Ochocinco people was dragging him on Twitter because he posted something on Twitter in regards to his daughter. Now, peep this. He posted a message from his daughter where his daughter was asking him if he was going to someplace in Miami or whatever. And she said, cool, I want to come with you. So she said, here's the chat that he posted. He said, and he posted it under a tweet that he made. It said, parenting 101, kids don't understand the sacrifices it takes. And she said, Daddy, he said, yes. She responded, let me know when you go to Token, Miami, because to get more shoes, I'm going to come with you because I want to get these Yeezys that they have. He replied by saying, you said you were getting a job. I worked at McDonald's by Edison to attain extra stuff I wanted in high school. And she said, when I finish school, I'm getting one. How am I going to get a job? And I have school and track practice to attend throughout. So Twitter, Black Twitter in all of its excellence, if you want to call it that sometimes, started attacking a man. Talking about why would you want your child to have to struggle? Imagine being rich and you looking at your child struggle the way you did. And you had all these people dragging him, talking about, oh, you want your kid to struggle and you have money. Why don't you want to do this? And why don't you want to do that? And, you want them to experience the same struggle that you have. And it was really, really going in on him.
So just cause he's first of all, you know how much Yeezys cost, Mike?
Hold on. I'm gonna get to that. So my question to you all, to you fathers, and even some moms, if you guys are watching, do you think that he did the right thing? Put yourself in that situation. You got money. You got easy money. Your kid come to you and say, "Hey, next time you fly out to so and such, let me come with you because I want to pick up a pair of these Yeezys that they got. That they got." And you say, "Well, hey man, when I was in high school, I worked to get the little extra stuff that I wanted. Why don't you do the same?" I'm curious as to, is that something that do you think he was right for doing that, or do you think he should have just went ahead and bought the shoes and been done with it?
First of all, Mike,
Mm-hmm.
Ochocinco hadn't played in NFL for some years now. Second of all, NFL contracts are not guaranteed, and they don't get all their money up front, so we really don't know what's in that man's pocket.
Well, I don't believe he's broke. Let's just say
he's not broke, but I'm just letting you know. I mean, we really don't know what's in that man's pocket, but I agree with him, man. Yeezys cost. Let me tell you something.
Well, here's the thing. Yeezys are priced anywhere from $200 for the cheapest model, which is the Yeezy 500s, the 700, and the V3s, to $585 for the most expensive, which is the 950 boot. Now, the most common Yeezy is the Yeezy 350 version 2s, which is $224 for adults. However, the resale prices for some of these are normally anywhere between $300 to $1,500, depending on the color. He actually just sold a custom pair of his, just sold recently for, I believe, like $1.8 million.
The first Yeezys from the Nike collection.
Me personally, I think they the ugliest shoes in the world, but that's just my personal opinion.
But
I don't know. I know what I'm thinking, but I need to know what you guys think. Was he wrong for that, or is he doing the right thing?
Let me say something, Mike.
Go ahead, man.
I wore Jordans my whole high school. This camera. I wore Jordans my whole high school.
You don't like the camera
all
feel?
4 years of high school. I don't like to put this camera on. Mike, take the camera off with that big stupid grin on your face, man. I wore Jordans my whole 4 years of high school. My father and my mother brought my very first pair. Mm-hmm. That was the first pair of Jordans. But those other Jordans, McDonald's paid for those. I was working at McDonald's paying for my Jordans because my father, I'm not going to pay those $120 a rip. And then once they started getting, it started getting like different colors where you had the black and red ones. You had the all black. You had the all white. Then they started coming with the blue and white and all that stuff. So I agree with him, man. I mean, even no matter what he got, he's probably trying to teach her a doggone, work ethic or something like that. That's what's wrong with a lot of these kids. You make them entitled, man.
I agree. Look, I'm definitely in that vein. Whereas I didn't see anything wrong with it.
No, wasn't nothing wrong with that, man. Because you didn't read his reply. He said, I caught the bus to school, then went to football practice. Mm-hmm. Caught the bus to McDonald's for a 6-hour shift. Yep. All while maintaining a 2.2 grade point average and being a star athlete. Come on, man.
Kevin said he was wearing those SWAT specials.
Yeah, man. I'm just being real. The man ain't broke, but he's teaching her work ethic, teaching her responsibilities.
But I wonder, though, and not to cut you off, I wonder how much of that is expectation, though. And what I mean by that is like, how much stuff did he buy her just to buy it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got it.
Right. Because if we are to be really, really honest, and I mean like really honest, a lot of us are guilty of buying our kids stuff just because we could, or because we just wanted them to have it, without really teaching them the value of understanding what it took for you to get it.
And you ain't gonna never get rid of them.
And we just said, here you go. So if we were to really, really be honest, and especially for those that came up in situations where we may not have had a lot when we came up, our main job was to get our kids whatever it is that they wanted, right? And
not helping them in the long run, though.
I know, and in the process, we have created some monsters.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong, Mike. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with doing for your kids.
No, but see, here's
what teach them responsibility. You still teach them how to appreciate things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if you ban your kids stuff all the time, they're never gonna learn how to appreciate nothing.
Right.
Point blank. Take this camera off me, Mike. That's all I got to say.
Nope. Are you finished? I'll take it off if you're done. Are you done? Are you done? Is you finished or is you done? All right. So here's what I was saying. I think a lot of us kind of get provisions mixed up with luxuries, right? See, as a father, it's my job to provide you with shelter, provide you with food
and clothes,
provide you with clothes. Those are provisions. Those are the three things that you need to survive.
But they ought to be easies, Mike.
Everything else is a luxury. Wi-Fi, that's a luxury. Oh. Your iPhone, that's a luxury. Because I can get you one of them little Nokia, little push button phones, and it does the same thing. But your iPhone 5000 or whatever iPhone version it is right now, that's a luxury. Your Jordans that you got, that's a luxury. Right? So we've given our kids luxuries, and they in turn have they actually are saying, oh, well, these are things that I'm supposed to have. And us giving them those things and not teaching them the value of them.
Exactly.
That's where we mess up. How many times have you replaced the screen on your kid's phone? Think about it.
Because they don't learn to appreciate anything, man. Because you steady giving it and giving it. My mother always said this: I can give you everything in the world. As soon as you get mad at me, first thing you're gonna say is, you ain't never did nothing for me.
Stop it, Kevin. You know what I'm talking about. I know Wi-Fi is a necessity now because the kids at home, but you know exactly what I'm saying. They could easily go to a library if you want to be honest. Go to the library. Anyway, all I'm saying is that we have a tendency of giving our kids things and not teaching them the value of it. You know, they go and I mean, you got look. All of us are guilty of it. It ain't just Chad Ochocinco.
No, this is everybody.
We all guilty of that thing, but we have to get to a point though where we start teaching them, listen, the world just ain't gonna give you stuff. It's just not. There are going to be some times you are going to have to earn those things that you want. And I don't think he would let the girl sit up there and complete she obviously ain't struggling.
If she was bold enough to ask him about the Yeezy, trust me,
hey Dad, when you go to Miami, I'm gonna go with you. Yeah, she really struggling. Oh my God, let me put her on next week's prayer list because she had to wait to go to Miami. I mean, come on, man.
It's not like she's struggling.
She ain't struggling.
And like I said before, there's nothing wrong with doing for your kids, but you still have to teach them. You know what I'm saying? To appreciate things, man. And
gotta teach them to appreciate stuff.
If you want to, like I said, man, the reason why I brought him because I was going my first year in high school. I was a big Michael Jordan fan. He had just came to Chicago. He got me the black and red Jordans to start off high school with. Mm-hmm. But bro, I wore Jordans all through high school, and McDonald's on 140th house that paid for them.
Right, but you earned the money you bought them, so you earned the right to wear them.
Took my whole check, but that's what I wanted.
Hey, people put value in what they want to put value in. Yeah. And if that's what you wanted to do, that's your money. You understood what it took in order for you to get those Jordans, how much you needed, and you worked it and you got it.
But Mike, right. I still appreciate them because I used to clean them.
Exactly.
I used them clean.
Exactly.
And all that stuff. So I learned how to appreciate things. I just didn't take it for granted.
Let me tell you something. My son, God bless his heart, I remember the first pair of Jordans he bought. Boys was clean. I was like, dude, I like them. I ain't never seen them before. It was like real, just nice white and blue. This nigga wore these Jordans to football practice in the grass.
Oh,
I said, did you wear these to practice? He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna get it. There's some more coming out in a couple of weeks. I'm just gonna get those when they come out. Because he was working and he was making a little money then. I said, so you just bought these? You just spent almost $200 on these to play football in them? Don't they have football shoes? And it's because he didn't get it.
no.
He didn't get it. And it made me realize that maybe it's something that I failed with him and didn't really teach him the value. Look, dude, stop. Why you waste? That's a waste of money.
Teach him the value stuff.
It's a waste of money.
Shoestring, toothbrush, and dish liquid.
Yeah, man, I live by it, bro.
Keep them clean.
Every now and again, you use a little peroxide to get the little bubble effect. Y'all stop. Look, we got it. We as parents have to do better. And I'm not saying that I'm not trying to be a champion of not giving your kids stuff. That's not what this is about. But we have to do it to the point where as we teach them the value of it. Because if they keep breaking their phones and you keep going out and buying a new one, they're going to keep breaking them. Until you say, I tell you what, you broke it this time, you're going to pay for it to get replaced. You're going to start paying for the insurance for this phone. Because I promise you, when they do that, when you start doing that, they start being more careful. It's just like, you ever notice when you go out and every time you go out, hey, Dad, can we stop at Portillo's? Can we stop here? As long as you spending the money, it ain't no problem. But flipping on them and say, you got Portillo's money?
Yeah.
Watch how they say, I'll wait till I get home.
And I think that's my father taught me because George was like 120. I'm working at McDonald's. This one minimum wage like what?
$3.45 an hour? Man.
So think about my check.
You was working hard.
After I get the Jordans, I'm trying to go back to them because I want to go down to my cell and snatch up a couple pairs of Jabos.
Now, did you have bus fare to work?
I lived around the.
Oh, you lived around. Well, you were straight then. You were straight.
150, 14th and Austin.
You were straight then.
Yeah. But this my old man did to me. He said, hey, you got to pick and choose. Do you want your little jeans you like? Or do you want to get these Jordans all the time? So then it made me realize that maybe I can't get every pair of Jordans. For one time, it was like they had the black and white ones. And then they started coming with the blue and white. They come with the yellow and white. So after a while, I had to come realize that I got all these I'm gonna have all these gym shoes and ain't gonna have nothing to wear with it. So I had to realize that, hey man, I'm gonna get these Jordans and I get some clothes.
Right.
So he helped me out a lot because he told me, it's like, no, you want to get one pair of those. I know that's you like him. I'm getting you these for, start freshman year. But after this, homie, you can get work study when you're a sophomore and you're going to get to McDonald's. And that's what I did. McDonald's paid for my Jordans, my Jabos, my Coca-Cola shirts. And Jackie and Chris used to make fun of me talking I was spoiled. I was not spoiled.
Nah, if
you work for that.
If you work to get it, man.
I like to look nice when I was in high school. So I had to work and I was broke. Don't get me wrong. I was broke. I didn't have no money after that, but that's what I wanted to do.
But you was fresh, though.
I was fresh, though, but don't get me wrong. I kept them clean with them shoestrings and that toothbrush and that dish liquid.
Lord, the things we do.
Yeah, man, I was young.
Yeah. So here's a quick question, then I'm going to let y'all go. Should parents charge their adult kids rent?
Jackie, I wasn't spoiled. Shut up.
Yeah, look, you weren't spoiled. Don't listen to her. Should parents charge their adult children rent?
Oh, I mean, give me an age range.
21 and up.
Yeah. Yes.
21 and up.
If they working.
Should they be charged rent?
Yes. If they working, yes.
Should they help with the bills? Maybe not all of them.
Wait a minute, man. Now, come on, man. You go make them get an apartment now, man.
Right. This is what I'm saying.
You trying to get over, Mike? Hold on.
No. I don't. All I'm saying is
about you. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, but what's the difference if you gonna charge them rent?
Man, come on, man. You grow up, man. You get a little job, man. 20 or 21, man. You grown, dude. You're grown A man. 21, 22 years old, man. Your mama asked you like $50 a month or something. Come on,
Right.
man. You throw that at them.
I don't think that's bad. Look, James.
Yeah, you're right, cuz.
Oh, wait.
But Mike, when you come start talking about yes. Now yeah, I'm not with all that. I'm not with all that. You trying to make them pay your bills and all.
No, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, give me $50. You teach them responsibility also, so when they get out in the world, they know that you have to pay rent to live.
Now, here's an interesting scenario. Mel said pay groceries. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would rather them pay on because
say you got a big nigga.
Man, if you got like boys, because they like snack holes, not black holes. They like snack holes, man. They just inhale stuff. I would actually rather for them to pay on groceries than I would rent. I
tell them you go and you go and take you go to the store and you get what you like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You get what you like that you eat.
Now Kevin said help with the bills but rent. No, different situations. I'm with that. I'm good with that. David said, "Give me $100."
I like it though.
Just give me a $500.
You teaching them. You teach them respond. Now, I'm not. Like I said, I believe that you should always be there for your child, but eventually you got to get them up off the nipple.
Gotta get them off
like that.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. All of that with what Chad was doing, and even with having your kids even with your children. Doing something within the home, all that's doing is helping to build character, and it's also teaching them financial responsibility.
Exactly.
And I think that's something, especially in our communities, that we need to teach our kids. We need to teach them financial responsibilities, because when they get out on their own, and when their first thought is to buy shoes before they pay rent, that's a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So good stuff, y'all. Listen, that's going to be it for us, because it is now in the 7:00 hour. So we have exceeded our time, but we appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with your boys and having these good conversations.
Man, this went by too quick though, Mike.
It's an hour, man. You know, when the conversation is good, it'd be like that. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all for, yes, Brandon, absolutely. Teach them credit. We had a whole, we actually had a lady on, and she was talking about developing good credit and everything, man. So that's actually really essential too. You know what though? I think next week what we're going to talk about, because I saw somebody mention it in the comment section, and Dr. Umar was talking about it too. We're going to talk about interracial marriage next week. Are you for it? Are you against it? If so, why? You know, we're going to talk about that. So interracial marriage next week, y'all. Y'all come on back. We're going to have a good conversation. Make sure you like, tag, and share this video.
Mike, what you got against folks loving on each other?
I don't. But I know people who do, and I understand the reason why. And, you know, we'll talk about it next week. It's actually, I think it's an interesting topic. And it's, if you look at it from both, I can actually see reasons on both sides of it. So, but we'll talk about that next week. Listen,
we might go a little bit longer next week.
Yeah, it might go a little bit longer. So appreciate y'all. Check us out on all y'all social media formats. Make sure you stop by the store. That's manuprealtalk.store. Go ahead and pick you up some merch and support the podcast. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. God bless y'all. And until we talk again, my friends, y'all get 2 fingers to the side. And make sure you holler at your boys, because we out.
Peace.